Hey everybody, welcome to the Liching Hour. I'm the Lich, and this is Murber She Streamed.
Hello.
Ladies and gentlemen, please allow me to introduce the Murder Mavens. The Murder Mavens are a mystery book club that has been meeting on the top floor of the Candlelight Booksellers every Saturday evening for the last 10 years. The Murder Mavens are particularly fond of the Gold Crown Mystery series by Robin Masterson, featuring the globe-trotting super sleuth Amanda Delacourt. Let's rejoin the Mavens on the morning of Brindlewood Bay's high school homecoming. Edith, would you be so kind to introduce yourself and tell us how you spent your morning?
Hi guys. I'm Myriad. I play Edith. She is a retired lawyer, but still always out there looking for a case. And her morning would have been spent calmly, quietly, after the last case that they solved. She's been doing a lot of studying up. She's been doing a lot of reading on different crime families. She's been very into mafia families. So she's just been reading up.
Have you been reading
the Google?
Have you been reading up on particularly the Camarilla family?
Yeah, was the Castelli?
Camarilli, I think is
Camarilli.
what I've got.
Yes.
I think Camarilli. That's what I've got written here in my notes. The Boston gangster from the Dead Man's Hand mystery. That was your guys' last mystery. Yeah.
Yeah, so she's been using the Google. She's been figuring out how to Google things, with the help of her 7-year-old grandson, who is also very, very into all of a sudden true crime, and probably has watched Goodfellas when he shouldn't have. So yeah, she's having a coffee. Probably got her little iPad.
Tell us one interesting thing about the Camarilla family that you found out.
They have they're straight from Italy, and their daughter is one of the daughters is a famous model. Probably knows Vivienne, or Vivienne knows her.
Vivienne, would you be so kind to introduce yourself and tell us how Viv is spending their morning? By the way, you all have decided that you're going to get together to go hiking after your morning activities. So what were you doing before going hiking with the rest of the ladies?
Oh, Vivienne Silvester, darling, procured a brand new coyote backpack that she is going to stuff with a Polaroid camera and extra SPF 80 sunblock and granola bars for this hike. And the tail actually is a zipper, and it unzips on the spine.
Oh. Is it actually used to be a coyote?
Of course. I wouldn't just get any fake. It has to be genuine coyote. An actual coyote. Full-sized coyote.
Yeah, they're not very large. But, I mean, they're big enough for you.
Yes.
Yeah.
4 granola bars.
4 granola bars. So, Viv spent her morning getting ready for the hike. Packing, excited to use her new coyote backpack.
Yes.
Okay. Dolly.
Howdy.
Dolly Pardon. Why don't you introduce yourself and tell us how you spent your morning?
Hi, it's me. I'm Dolly Pardon. You're very tenacious Appalachian native. So this morning I'm also packing things, except for mine is an aluminum pot with an aluminum lid, a 5-gallon bucket, some Teflon tape, a cooking thermometer. If you add all these things together, this makes a still. She also has some rye. So don't worry about what she's doing. It's definitely legal.
Dolly, you're feeling a little bit of the call of chaos this morning, a little pull of chaos. Could you give us a roll? Let's see here. And roll plus sensitivity.
Okay. That's an 8. Hold on, what's my sensitivities? It's a 0, so it's an 8.
All right, so while you're packing up, you get lost in a daydream. Pick one of the crowns of the queen and narrate that, but don't mark it.
Okay.
And share with us, if you would be so kind.
Sure. One of my fondest memories with my late partner, Cletus, is going up into the Appalachian Mountains, where this is definitely not illegal at all, where they would go to their still in the mountains and check their Mountain Dew supply, and then they would maybe have a couple sips and kind of lay out under the canopy of trees of indigenous cedar, typically, and they would kiss, and it was real nice.
I could still taste the Mountain Dew on his lips.
It's that sweet Mountain Dew.
Totally legal.
Definitely legal. Don't worry about it.
All above board.
Please don't tell the liquor law people about it, though, because they don't need to know. They're really busy.
So what happened to the still after Cletus passed?
It's still there.
Oh.
It's still there. Dolly, when she after Cletus passed, she felt wrong about breaking it down, and so instead she took like a soldering iron and carved her and Cletus's initials, the little heart, like you would in a tree.
How far outside of town is the still?
It's pretty far. It's pretty up there in the woods.
Okay.
Pretty out there. And there's also a map heading away somewhere to find the still. But Dolly doesn't know where it is. She lost that map a long time ago.
So by hidden, you mean lost?
No, it's hidden really well. That's all. It's definitely not lost at all.
Okay. All right. Okay. Perfect. Ethel. Hey, Ethel. Jesus. Ethel. Ethel.
That's fine.
How are you, Ethel? How are you doing this morning? And how are you spending this morning?
So I'm a hiker that has to compensate for everything I've got. So I've got the picnic basket, and then I've got a ton of stuff in my backpack, and now I've got to get the skis that you use to hike with. It's little canes.
Oh, the little thingies like this.
Yeah,
oh, wow,
but they're
okay.
they're like skiing things. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
She's just getting ready. She's ready to.
Ethel.
hike.
Ethel.
Oh.
Ethel. Yeah. Do you bring a mic? Ethel.
Yeah, I probably should.
You're still podcasting, right, Ethel?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay, so you guys have decided to meet up to the Brindlewood Bay Bonfire Cliff is a popular place. Mostly during the school year for the kids to go up and do their things, bonfires, sinning. But homecoming, it's a kind of a special day. Let's see. Ethel, this morning. Oh, that's why I went. Okay. This morning you got a message left on your answering machine. It sounds strained today, like they're out of breath. I left you something at Diomedes Industries leather shop. Just ask for the envelope marked for you. Followed by a curt hang up. Now I don't know how much you like leather, but you are aware of the Diomedes shop in downtown Brindlewood Bay. Anybody who likes leather goes there to get their hats and boots and bags and such. You got it?
Yeah, I do.
All right, so today our mystery is the homecoming at Bonfire Cliff. Ladies, the complexity is 7, so you'll need 4 clues before attempting to solve it. Before we get right into it, let's mark our end of session goals. So first one's always marked, which is solve a mystery. Then pick 1 or 2 after that. Try to accomplish in today's episode. Be fun if each of you tell us at least one of them.
I got one.
What you picking?
I'm gonna do. Did you behave like a woman half your age?
Okay.
And I'll hold on to that second one.
I'm gonna
Dolly.
do. Did you dote on someone? Because I don't think Edith has been a very doting person.
Dolly's gonna share her wisdom with a young person.
Oh.
Is it how to make Mountain Dew?
No. Mind your business.
You want to stay away from Mountain Dew mouth, though.
I'm gonna try to undermine an authority figure.
Oh.
Yeah.
Such an anarchist, Ethel.
Thanks.
So, Bonfire Cliff is a hangout site above the defunct Bay Quarry. And most of the time, the cliff is where various cliques of Brindlewood Bay High meet for smoking, drinking, and hooking up. But there's more to the cliff than teenage misbehavior. It's a communal place where nature and local industry meet, where one group claims ownership, and understood neutral territory. At certain times of the year, Bonfire Cliff attracts older locals as well, especially around homecoming. They too are expected to keep the peace and look the other way when they see kids getting up to no good. Dolly. An old ritual in Brindlewood Bay entails teenagers making wishes about their futures and throwing a stone into the quarry every year on the anniversary of the wish until it comes true. You made a wish one night shortly after moving to Brindlewood Bay. What did you wish for, and what chance does it still have of coming true?
I wish to find love again. After Cletus.
Wish to find love again. All right, we gotta make a note of that. Well, so what are the chances of it still coming true?
Have you seen me? I'm a looker. It's pretty high. I'm cute.
Did we have it somewhere. There is a budding romance possibly between you and the veterinarian, Dr. Flowers.
Yes.
Okay. Excellent. Okay. Alrighty. So you and the Mavens are making a trek up the cliff to visit the Bonfire Cliff. It's good for your heart and your backs. And you're lost in a revelry of birdsong and memories on this sunny afternoon when you hear a terrible scream from atop the cliff. You rush up as fast as you can, and find that there are others rushing up out of the woods into the clearing of the bonfire proper. And a gruesome scene meets you. A young woman with black hair and heavy eyeliner is clutching at her mouth in the clearing and pointing at a man laying next to a tree. What do you do, Murder Mavens?
Dolly's gonna go comfort. Well, no, she's not. She's not gonna comfort nobody. She's gonna want to go look at that body.
Ethel will go over and comfort her and kind of like pull her back and give her a snack and ask what happened.
So, Dolly, Yep, go ahead. Viv?
No, I feel like Vivienne would just make things more dramatic, so she's probably also going to point at the body and like kind of upstage the young girl in black hair, like, oh my goodness, like that's how you do it.
Edith, what are you gonna do?
I imagine Edith is going to start to cordon off the area. She has a bunch of flares with her. She was very well packed for the hike today. You never know if you're going to get lost in the woods for a month. So she would just it's daytime out, but she's lighting flares and making a little perimeter.
Wow.
Kind of
okay.
putting
Busted
everyone
right
back.
into action. Dolly. Dolly, this will be the first time you've seen someone dead from asphyxiation. His face is swollen, a little red, and it seems that his mouth is filled with some kind of leaves just stuffed into his mouth. Maybe is what had caused him to die. But then again, as you look a little closer, you see that this might have been an allergic reaction by judging by the redness of his face. But this gentleman is most certainly dead.
Gross.
We should call. I'll call the police right now. You hear a voice. You turn and look around to see who's joined you in the clearing. You see a tall, fit, and handsome gentleman, maybe early 30s. Next to him, a beautiful woman, high ponytail, yoga pants, little sweater or jumper jacket. Then, of course, the woman, the girl who was pointing, the heavy eyeliner and black hair to the waist. Just then, out of the trees, a older woman comes out. At first, is kind of smiling, like hopeful, and then when she sees the thing, she goes back and kind of retreats back. An older lady, pointed nose, bony, angular kind of features, a little older, homespun. Looks like she's also got the cane and stuff, and she's looking concerned and looking around at everybody. Three more people. A man, anxious. He's got a wrinkled button up. His tie's a little askewed. Certainly doesn't look like he should have been out walking around the woods. Kind of an odd clothing choice for today. He's looking concerned, looking around. Another boy comes out from the side. This is a lot of guys. This is a lot of people. A lot of people. We got a little a younger kid. He looks. He's got square glasses, cropped hair. Looks a little healthy, like he was jogging up the hill. And then finally, a small mouseish girl, quiet but sharp, oversized glasses, pink jeans. Looks like she might have just graduated, kind of young. She and the guy the one I just mentioned, looked like they're together, jogging up the hill. But it seems like it got quite a lot of people here, and none of them quite look like murderers. But then again, you never really know. There's a dead man on the ground. What would you like to do now?
I think Dolly would get out and try and text Hopper.
You hear so the tall, handsome gentleman was on the phone. He
right.
Yeah, no. You hear him say, "Yeah, Sheriff Hopper, there seems to be a murder. All right, they're on their way," he says. He puts away his phone.
Well, I don't think anybody should leave. And Dolly's going to try and be very authoritative with Edith. And because Edith is like making that perimeter, and she's going to sort of like, almost like she's ranching. She's going to corral everybody.
Okay.
Like they're cattle.
You gonna try to get everybody around?
Yeah.
Yeah, the tall gentleman with the who had the phone, he kind of picks up on right away. He seems to be like he wants to be leader too. So he's yeah, all right, that's great. Yeah, everybody come in and say we don't want anybody to leave until the police get here. That's great. Should we do something with the body?
No, honey, just don't touch it. Wait till Hopper's here. And then Dolly's gonna sort of like T-pose over the body so that nobody can touch it.
T-pose?
Yeah, she's T-posing. Dolly learned that from Edith's grandson when she was over last week for dinner.
He's very into T-posing lately.
And something about Roblox. I don't know what that is, but I'm sure it's fine.
I don't understand it either. He just wants money to buy things on it. I just keep giving him $5. I don't know. I give him actual physical $5. I'm not sure how that's helping with internet purchases.
Yeah. I don't know. I've never bought anything from the internet. I don't trust it. But
I'm gonna go under Dolly's T-pose and crouch down next to the body. I want to see what kind of leaves are stuffed in his mouth.
What you can tell, how good are you at identifying leaves, Edith?
Well, Vi, my late partner, was very, very into gardening.
Oh, okay.
So I would say fairly good.
You think it's poison sumac.
Okay.
Judging by the state of the gentleman's skin and stuff, it's obvious that he was allergic to it.
Is it the marijuana, Edith? Is that what he's eating there?
I don't think the marijuana would have this effect, but it looks like it's poison sumac. Got see the sores on his mouth? That's not from a venereal disease. That's from sumac.
Very astute observation, Edith. You hear, that's Mr. Harrison from one of the younger kids. Mr. Harrison's a biology teacher at Brindlewood Bay High.
oh no,
Why would anybody kill Mr. Harrison?
that's an excellent.
You hear
question.
kind of mumbling. You hear some mumbling. You look around. You don't.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying you don't know exactly who that came from. The mumbling.
Can I find out who it came from? Can I search around and see who's talking about?
You look around and you can't. Nope, no one's fessing up to it.
Is there a group of teenagers?
There's a couple. Okay, so you have your couple. Yeah, the teenagers here are two. That mousy girl and then the looks kind of a little jockey. Both look like they might have just graduated or at least graduated last year. There's just the two of them.
Okay.
Then you have an older couple.
Right. Dolly wants to make note of those two teenagers because she wants to talk to them later.
You do notice that as now that you've kind of just kind of a little bit of a moment of calm and you're looking at everybody, you notice that the fit, handsome guy who made the phone call and the wife and then the girl with the black heavy eyeliner, those all happen to be Hapsburys. Maybe this is something Viv would know, as Viv might spend some time with her sister every now and then and getting to know the upper class of Brindlewood Bay. But the Hapsburys are an older family, older money here in Brindlewood Bay. And you know that their estate is just kind of borders the woods of Bonfire Cliff. In fact, if you walk to one side of opposite of the quarry, you can kind of see their estate down below. They're the only ones that have a parking lot, kind of a gravel parking lot that they can that people can use, friends of theirs can use to park and then walk up. Otherwise, everybody else has to park about a mile away and then make the trek up the hill.
What's their industry? What kind of old money is it?
That's a really good question. It is
Holy shit!
Lumber.
Lumber.
Hello, Mornian. Yep.
Okay.
You know that you don't know exactly what they're up to nowadays, but you know the Hapsburys lumber mill was a big deal, at least back in the day.
Okay. Did they have access to, did they use the quarry for their lumber enterprise, or is that a different kind of quarry?
There was it was different. The quarry was for mining.
Mining. Okay.
Yeah. Fucking what? Marble.
Okay.
For
their countertops.
Yeah, the Bay Quarry Company is a bit down near the quarry. There's these old buildings that are kind of shut up, a little like the quarry company. There's trailers and that kind of stuff, and those have been closed since like the 50s.
Okay. All
There
right.
wasn't a whole lot of marble.
I'm gonna probably be kind of close to the young woman with the black hair. It was part of that family, yeah. Like
Yeah.
You said that she was in it. Okay, I'm gonna kind of like, because Ethel was there too. I'm gonna kind of like gently pull her closer to me, and then kind of be like, "That there is the Hapsbury family. They are old money around these parts." And I think I'm going to keep my eye on them while to see what they're doing. I also don't like that the older guy, because he's trying to usurp the Murder Mavens, and that's not cool.
Ethel, suddenly you find someone right by your elbow. It's let's see, she's gross. I'd say a woman, early 40s, loose cardigan over tight turtleneck. She's okay. Ooh, okay. She comes up and hugs the girl with the black hair and the eyeliner. This woman comes up and hugs her, and she hugs her back, and then she looks over at you, Ethel, and goes, like, recognizes you. She's like, you do the Murber She Stream podcast. You're Ethel
Berkelee. Yeah.
You're Ethel Berkelee. You do the podcast. Murber She. Is this all the Murder Mavens?
Yeah, it is.
Oh my. It was so nice to meet you. I'm Hannah Turley. This is my wife, Madison.
Oh, her wife is the
Yeah.
girl with the black hair that I was consoling and giving snacks to?
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, while I was doing that and trying to console her, did she say anything up to this point, or was she just silent?
She, after the initial shock, she's kind of settled into I don't know, it's almost like kind of reverted back to a natural, what seems natural for her, kind of a cynical, hard kind of setting. You know what I mean? The emotion's gone. The emotion's gone until her wife comes over, and then she kind of she opens up just a tiny bit with her. But she looks and she says, "Man, this does not bode well for homecoming. Bad spirits, bad spirits."
Did you know this guy? As I'm like reaching into my bag for more snacks for her now that she's walked up.
The teacher, the Hannah, she goes, I just had lunch with him yesterday. I can't believe this is terrible. The right bastard. How could he go and get himself killed like that?
Do you think that he was killed, or do you think that he just put this in his mouth and died? So I want her.
She just stares at you. She stares at you.
Sorry, it's been a rough morning for me. I apologize. I was not in my right mind. It's just a little more blunt, I guess.
Mark was a bit of an asshole, but he wasn't a shove poison sumac into my mouth to kill myself kind of asshole.
Okay. Thank you for that. I'll make a note of that.
She introduced herself. She is an English teacher also at Brindlewood Bay High School.
Okay. How old is the guy that's dead? Like, how old does he look? Did I miss that?
No. I would say late 40s.
Okay. So
Late
not
40s.
not a student.
Oh, no. He's a biology teacher.
Oh, okay.
So the biology teacher is the one that's dead. Hannah Turley is the English teacher, married to Madison Hapsbury. Then you've got Thomas, And we're just going to go with their names. We're going to pretend we've just asked everybody their names. So we've got Thomas Hapsbury and Ashley, his wife. That's the woman with the ponytail. You got Madison, his sister, and Hannah, her wife. Hannah's the school teacher. Then you have a couple. The one is a little older, Caroline. She seems very religious. She's very, very dour. She's along with, not sure if a husband, lover, cousin, or something, a Mr. Paul Ludlow. And then he's a little older, not as old as her, but and then there's Brad and Petra. Those are the two kids. I'm not going to tell you more about them unless you ask specifically to talk to them.
I think Dolly would go talk to the two kids.
Okay.
And she would ask them, children, now, do you know anybody who would maybe hurt this teacher?
Not particularly. This is Brad. So Brad speaks up. He's he's got an arrogant kind of feel to him. He's like very curt with you. He doesn't see his like this totally makes sense that this kind of place, this place is a stain. It's a scar. Do you see how the machines of man have defiled this natural hill? And now this death up here, this is a sign. This is a sign. This all needs to be, we need to let it overgrow. Just overgrow. And he gets a little worked up about it, then he shuts down. I don't know. I didn't have him in school. I didn't hear terrible things about him, but
she's like weirded out by this kid. And she's just like, I might have a book for you, son. Anyway.
I might have a book for you.
And then she'll look to Petra. What about you, honey?
Well, Mr. Harrison's the best teacher, was the best teacher at school. Everyone knows he's the only teacher who really listens and cares about us. Even if what's bothering us is something that doesn't have to do with school. And she looks away.
Oh. Interesting. I might have a book for you as well, honey. Dolly's gonna kind of write this down. Well-liked teacher. Other boy, strange. Very odd. Ted Kaczynski. And then she's gonna go back to T-posing over the body.
All right, so you guys hear what sounds like it might be the policeman coming up the trail. Did you want to search the body before the policeman got here?
Yeah. I'll look at his wallet.
We're rooting around.
All right, let's do a meddling move. Who wants to do it? Gonna roll plus whatever the ability is you think it makes the most sense. Suni.
Would composure work if she's trying to be kind of sneaky about it?
Sure.
Does anybody else want to roll?
I have a 1 in composure.
So do I.
Go for it, Bones.
Go for it.
Okay. It's a 9 plus 1, so 10.
10.
Last roll.
All right.
Yes. Yes.
Fuck yeah.
Honey.
Fuck yeah. Okay.
You do a whole autopsy.
Right there. I'm just rooting. I'm rooting.
All right, so in his hand, gripped in his hand, is half of a golden locket. It's shaped like the Brindlewood Bay High School mascot, Billy the Bosun's mate. Other than that, he's got a wallet, but nothing clue-like. He's got a wallet, he's got his driver's license in it. $14.
I'll take it.
Oh, soon he got the day off. Heck yeah, dude.
Where does he? What's the address on his
What's
on his
the
license?
address? Yeah.
786 Maple Drive.
Totally a real ID, not fake at all.
Yeah.
I think my specific reason for asking is how close does he live? Like, is it weird that he's here? Or I know everybody comes here, but like, does he live close? Especially, does he live close to the Habsburys?
Oh, no, he lives in town, where you guys are just a little bit outside of town here.
Okay.
Does he have a phone on him?
A phone on? Oh, that's a good question. No, he does not.
Damn it. Does he have anything that would indicate that he's an outdoorsy guy? Like, does he have like a compass or like a park map or?
Yeah, does he look like he was dressed to be like hiking?
He does look like he was dressed to be hiking. He's wearing flannel. But suspiciously no other, like, he doesn't have anything in his pockets. Like, if he had, as if he had just came, just didn't bring anything. Just,
Oh.
you don't see anything around. Yeah.
Okay.
You want to search the woods around here?
If we have time, yeah.
Oh yeah, cops are coming. They'll be there in a minute, but you have time.
Yeah, for sure.
Who wants to search around the nearby woods?
I'll do it.
425 Street.
Dolly would go with her, I think.
Okay.
Now that I got
All right, so
15
it's a let's do this. It is daytime. I'm wondering if we do this as a day move instead of a meddling move. Well, no, you're searching for a clue. Okay.
Can I, if I go with her to help her, can she get advantage on that?
Sure.
Fuck yeah. Thank you.
So roll 3 dice and pick the. Yeah.
It's still a 6.
It's still a 6.
I think so. Wait. Oh, pick the 2 highest. That's right. Never mind. It's a 12. Fuck yeah.
Oh shit.
Thank you. All right. I'll take it. Thanks, Dolly.
Anytime, honey.
Okay. So you have rolled a 12. You're gonna also find a void clue or learn something else. So we're gonna work through that. You're gonna find 2 things. First up, searching through the woods, you. Just not too far away as you kind of, both of you and Dolly are kind of scouting, you see a little bit of red, and you hurry over, and there is a little, looks like it was thrown, a little, what do you call it? A cooler, a little red cooler with a white top, right? And you open it up. As you open it up, it's filled with fresh soil, and you see this worm come up out of the soil. And then suddenly that's when a voice says something next to you. And it scares you because you didn't know that someone was standing right there. And they say, let me see how I phrase this. All of a sudden you hear a voice next to you, Viv, that goes, "Do you know of the Midwives of the Fragrant Void?"
Oh, I'm sorry?
That person says it, and it's like right near your ear. You're staring down at this cooler filled with soil, like just weird. It's just filled to the brim, like it was consciously filled with soil. I want you to make a day move because but first off, I want you to tell me what, like, the first thing that goes through your mind. What are you afraid of?
Witches.
Okay.
Absolute witchcraft.
Fuck yeah. All right. Let's roll composure.
Okay. Come on.
Do it, Suni.
I rolled an 8 + 1, 9.
A 9.
Yeah.
Okay. You managed to keep your shit together and not spill anything, but we're gonna add scared of witches as a condition.
Fair enough, honestly.
Yeah, we'll have that affect rolls as we go in this.
Okay. All right.
But
I'd like to.
Go ahead.
I'd like to clarify that this is specifically like Wizard of Oz witches for Vivienne.
Oh, okay.
Like
Right.
Hollywood witches.
So, she, the voice had said, the midwives of the Fragrant Void, and you manage not to, like, you just turn real slowly, and it is it is Madison, the girl with the long dark hair and the eyeshadow. She's just standing there looking at you. She's got a weird look, and then she looks down and she goes, "Oh, what's that? Why is there dirt in that cooler?"
I'm gonna slam the cooler shut. I'm gonna say, is that like a local, like a band's, like Midwives of the Fragrant Void? What is that?
Oh, it's something I've been working on. It's just a theory. Brindlewood history. It's just all of this is so weird, don't you think?
Yes, I have a sneaking suspicion that it's witches that are the cause of this, if you can believe it. But tell me more about these midwives. What is the Fragrant Void?
I don't quite know. I've heard it some other place. Sometimes I feel like it's whispered in my dreams. But I didn't know, with you being a murder maven, investigating these murders, if you've heard more about them.
Has that come up at all? I don't think it has.
No.
Okay.
No, it has not. No. Absolutely
Okay.
not. This is the first time you've ever heard this particular name, Midwives of the Fragrant Void.
Okay. I'm sorry, darling. I have no idea what you're talking about. But this is now a crime scene, and as the Murder Mavens, we'd kindly ask that you all remain. I'm looking at Dolly the whole time, like for like her approval. Like, we ask that you all stay here while we secure the crime scene.
Dolly's making very vague hand motions, like she's like voguing at some point.
Edith, back at the where you've kind of set up the perimeter, Sheriff Hopper and Winston, or Winslow. What's his name? What's our favorite deputy's name?
Was it
He's
Winslow?
yeah, it's like Winslow or Winslow. Yeah.
He gets a new name every time.
Yeah, world's best. It's Wendell. It's Wendell.
Wendell.
World's best
Wendell.
deputy. All right, so Sheriff Hopper and Wendell have shown up. Edith, Sheriff Hopper comes right to you. Thank you for setting up the perimeter. What seemed to have happened, Edith?
It seems that young woman over there, and I'm going to point to Madison, stumbled across the body of Mr. Mark Harrison. He is the biology teacher for Brindlewood Bay High. It seems he's asphyxiated on something. It looks like poisoned sumac leaves.
Oh. And so the cops come over. He's got a team come over. They start cordoning off the body, inspecting it. They're going to be moving it. We're going to be moving the body down. So all these people were here when you came up?
Yes, Vivienne and Dolly have done a great job of making sure everyone stays put.
All right, we're going to have to interview everybody. So we'll make sure no one leaves. We'll go ahead and start with you. You already told me what your version is. Sheriff Hopper's going to come around and talk to each one of you. Ethel? You there, Ethel?
Yeah, I'm here.
What did you see, Ethel?
So far, I've not seen a whole lot. I've been handing out snacks is what I've been doing.
Okay. Anything odd out of the ordinary?
Not to me, just because I've been busy with snacks and stuff and making sure that everybody, stays here, and I'm just keeping them fed is what I'm working on. I haven't seen much else.
Dolly and Ethel.
Well, she's gonna look at the cooler, and then look at Vivienne, and then back at the cooler.
Yeah. Oh, we got it.
We didn't really see anything other than this dead body. That's horrible, isn't it? It's just horrible. But that strange girl, she sort of points over to Madison. Very strange.
How so? That's Madison Hapsbury, I believe.
She says weird things to Vivienne. I don't know what that's all about. Kids these days, I don't really understand their hootenanny, but that just seemed a little bit more odd other than normal children like hootenanny.
Vivienne, anything different to tell Sheriff Hopper?
No, there's clearly like a bulge in her flannel where she's hiding the cooler, but she's got like the coyote bag kind of like in front of it. And she says, "Oh, speaking about Midwives of the Fragrant Void, I don't know what that is. I think it's a drug that the kids these days are passing around school. But that's about it. Yes, what Dolly says. Do you not trust Dolly? We're deputies, right?"
Well, it seems like we found ourselves in the middle of another mystery here with the Murder Mavens right up in front. Sure, you're deputies for today. Here,
Welcome.
why don't you help us interview everybody and get a feel for Vivienne? Why don't you take on? You talk to Thomas and Ashley. Dolly, you can talk to Carolyn and Paul. Ethel can talk to Madison and Hannah. And then Edith, if you could talk to Brad and Petra. Get a, and let's all take notes and we'll confer after. So, who'd like to go first?
I mean, I think Vivienne like beelines right over, like very eloquently, kind of like what's the fucking in the 70s when they had like the feather boas and they'd like walk across the conversation nook in the living room. And she'd just kind of be like, "Oh, Ashley, darling, it's been so long since the benefit breakfast at my sister's house. How are you?"
Oh yes, the benefit breakfast. Yes. I am good. To tell you honestly, this just makes an event I hate being a part of even worse. She kind of says this to a side so as Thomas doesn't hear it. This homecoming stuff is dreadful.
Oh yes, definitely dreadful. It's been years since I've been to one myself. Why do you hate it? Just checking.
I don't. That just then Thomas speaks up and he goes, this is the anniversary of my big game in 95. I like to spin it up here in the cliff every year. And then Ashley looks at you like, and looks away, letting that answer.
I like pat like Thomas on the cheek, and I'm just like, "Good for you, darling." So Ashley, tell me, what? And I like turn her completely away from Thomas.
Yeah.
What do you hate about homecoming?
Oh, I just hate living in the past. You know what I mean?
Of course.
Some of us live a little longer in the past than others.
Yes.
It's just so dreadfully boring, and I'm not a big football fan.
Yeah, me neither. So, speaking of living in the past, we have ourselves a dead teacher. Does he have any history with Thomas? Surely not you, but maybe Thomas.
Let's meddle. Let's roll. You're kind of digging for a clue here. What'd you roll?
I rolled a 6.
Okay, well, she goes, Wait, what were you asking? You
If there's history between Mark and Thomas.
Oh, I don't think so. Thomas may have had him in one of his classes, I'm sure. I know that the teacher was well loved. But she takes out her phone's like, oh my, this, and then takes out this little battery backup kind of thing. This better not be dead. I'm gonna have to walk back to the house to get my phone charged. Are we good here? Do we have to stay longer?
Probably. I have to ask my associate, Detective Deputy Pardon. But one more question. Have you heard of the Midwives of the Fragrant Void?
I don't know what that means.
Neither do I. I think it's a drug. Okay, thank you. That's enough.
Okay.
Back.
Did you want to talk to Thomas at all?
He is a football. No, I do not.
He's like, you want to bet I could throw a football over them mountains over there?
Yes, actually, yes. I would love for you to go along and show me exactly how you throw a football.
All right. Yeah, I could do that. He moves back, does the pose. I still got it.
Yes, you do. It's absolutely wonderful. Encore performance.
Who's the uncle? Who's the uncle in Napoleon Dynamite?
Napoleon Dynamite.
Uncle Rico. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's
The moment you said that, I was like,
all right, let's go to Edith and talking to the younger kids.
So I'm going to go up to them. I'm gonna ask. So, what were you guys doing before this? Were you just heading up here for the day, or?
Brad speaks up. I'm writing a paper. See, I'm in between going to college and I'm doing some freelance writing, and I wanted to write something about the decimation of our natural landscapes by the encroachment of industry. And I think it's important that I'm going to write it for BuzzFeed.
Ah, yes.
And so me and Petra are up here. I asked Petra if she wanted to go for a hike while I put this thesis together in my head.
I'm going to turn to Petra.
And
you were just along for the ride.
She shows you her camera. She kind of just shows a camera. It's like, I was taking pictures.
What kind of camera is it?
A real nice one. Real nice. I don't know. Insert real nice camera here. Go ahead. I've been taking pictures with Corey.
Can I ask to look through the pictures to see if there's anything in the background?
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Let's roll meddling. Yeah, let's roll meddling.
So that's a 7, and then I could.
What kind of environmental terrorist are you? Wait, what'd you say? You rolled an 11?
Could I use my 7? But could I use my reason to make it a 10?
Yeah. Reason on a 10 would
so
be good.
Be a 10.
Okay. Okay, let's see. They don't give me anything really. Okay, so you see she had a picture of looks like names, like a close-up of these names carved into a tree and numbers next to the names.
I'm gonna have my glasses at the tip of my nose as I'm looking at the camera. Petra dear, where is this exactly?
Oh, that was one of one of the last 2 pictures she took, and she's like, oh, that was just, that wasn't too far. It was on the other side of the fire pit here, and she points across the fire pit. So you guys are in a large clearing, okay? Firs and maples that kind of ring around it. You got the blue sky right above, and then there's the fire pit off to the side. You guys, kind of to your right, the Mark's body is kind of to your left, next to a tree. The tree she's talking about, she points across, not too far away, across over the bonfire pit. Do you want to go check it out?
I want to ask Petra a couple more questions. Just, did you have Mr. Harrison? Do you think that anyone around, disliked Mr. Harrison?
No, like I said, he was like, everybody knew they could talk to Mr. Harrison. Even like he was one of our favorites. I don't know why anybody would do something like this.
Did you have a closer relationship with Mr. Harrison?
Who said that? What do you mean?
Well, you seem particularly distraught, so.
Can you roll a meddling?
Okay. 9 plus.
You want to do what's your reason or whatever?
Yeah, so 12.
12?
Yeah. I have a 3 to. I upped my reason last session when we leveled up.
Heck yeah, you did.
Oops, all void clues.
Uh-oh.
Okay. You see her, when you say that, she goes, I don't know, what do you mean? And she looks down at her phone and just unconsciously takes her phone and puts it in her pocket. And then kind of, it looks a little flustered. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. And then walks away.
I'm gonna kind of make note of that, and turn to Brad and say, good luck with your paper, young man, and with the BuzzFeed. And then I'm gonna start walking towards the tree.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He seems like he's deep in some other thought. He's got out a little piece of paper and he's writing something. You look and you see something that's along the lines of eco-terrorism and that kind of stuff. He's got notes for like bullets for like a video or something. When you get over to the tree, you see the names. There are indeed names, and then each name has a 3-digit number after it. But the names aren't of anybody here.
Would I be able to, like, does it seem like there's any sort of rhyme or reason to the 3-digit numbers, or is it just sort of like random?
Yeah, you can't, your first thought is maybe like the first 3 digits of the phone number, but those aren't any area codes you know of. Other than that, you're not quite sure what the numbers could be.
I'm gonna wait for the rest of the Mavens to finish their questioning before calling them over to investigate.
All right, let's move over to Ethel.
Yeah.
Ethel, yes.
Go ahead.
Oh, you were going to talk to Madison and Hannah.
Yeah. What were they doing out here today? Like, what brought them out here to this specific spot today?
We're here. The Habsburgs always have a big party. Well, big, but it's a family party, and we were coming up here to get ready for the bonfire and everything at the Habsburgs' place. We're gathering wood and generally just getting into the mood. We take there's a much better trail that leads from the Habsburg estate up to here, and they're like then there's the public trails. They're a little rougher. That's what you came up, but yeah, we're up here. This is our It's a tradition. We collect wood and other things from up here and do this during the day, and then we have our own bonfires at night.
Is it just family that's invited to this, or is more people invited to this?
Just family.
Was he related to you guys at all?
Mr. Harrison? No.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Not at all.
And you just know him from being teacher in school, right?
Yes. Oh, Hannah. Hannah says yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I've known him for years. I've known Mark for years.
Do you have any enemies?
Let's roll meddling.
Sure. I got a 12.
Okay, wow.
Yeah,
Okay, guys.
yeah.
Oh my god. Cthulhu's gonna come
I've already got a banked void. I mean,
Yeah.
okay. Well, yes. So I owe Edith one. So I'm gonna do this.
We're gonna double up.
We're gonna double. I'm gonna come back to Edith. I'm gonna do one. You're gonna get one, and Edith's gonna get one. So let's see. Clue wise, you asked if he had any
Enemies.
Yeah.
Enemies. Yeah.
I don't think so, but there was this one just this last week when I went into his classroom after at the end of the day to talk to him, and on the floor was a broken school trophy. The plaque had been snapped off and missing, so I didn't see it. And I went to pick it up, and Mark seemed, he's like, "Oh, you could just leave it. I'll take care of that." And he seemed a little flustered about it, and I wasn't quite sure what it was about. I didn't see the name on it; it had been snapped off. But he changed the subject pretty quickly, and then I didn't think anything more about it.
Okay. Here's a snack. You seem a little flustered after that story. Just gonna shove your face full of food.
So this is when Madison. Suddenly Madison speaks up. Like she hasn't gotten enough attention. And decides to tell you, let's see. Let me get to it. Did you know that she's like staring like the body? When you look up and she starts spiking, you can see that she's staring at them as they're taking the body. The cops are now taking the body out and on the little gurney thing. And did you know in 1893, a guy named Hale Willoughby, one of those Deep Reaver survivors from that whaling deal, murdered 13 women and children? He claimed he was simply doing that what was promised to them below. And what's even crazier is, and this is Perks. You're like, you hadn't heard this before, Ethel, and so your murder mystery podcasting stuff goes into hyperdrive, right? Your true crime stuff.
Yeah.
But what's really weird is, despite overwhelming evidence, the jury found him innocent, and he was released from jail and allowed to build a shack on the old Stockton farmland, where he lived out the rest of his days in peace. Isn't that crazy? I guess he lived like a hermit, but he was said to frequently engage in strange religious rites in the middle of the night. I wonder if he ever came up here.
Oh dear. I'm just kind of like, my brain's in overdrive, and I'm giving her a snack. Like, okay, why don't we just sit you down over here? I'm thinking, internalizing it.
Hannah goes, "It's okay." She gets like this. She's she likes to write. She's been writing a lot about the history of Brindlewood Bay, and it's been pretty consuming lately. And this is just obviously extenuating circumstances.
Okay. Can I wait? What books are you reading to get into this history? Because I am now interested in finding out the history that you are coming across. I've never heard any of this.
She looks at you and she's like, "You're not going to find this in the library, especially not Brindlewood Library. This is stories I've heard since I was a kid, hanging out with the type of people my family would hang out with." And she says that with a kind of like this, and you take that to mean like the rich elites of Brindlewood Bay. If you remember about that, you had learned, Viv had learned about the Deep Reaver, which is an old story of a boat that was killed during a battle with this crazy whale. That but most of the crew of the Deep Reaver was killed. But the Deep Reaver, and they had that crazy whale with the tentacles, and they carved it up and sold it around the world. And that helped fund the expansion of Brindlewood Bay.
And that's like one of the same kind of stories that these elites tell each other.
Yes, apparently that's what she implies, is that these are stories she's heard when she's growing up in those types of families.
Okay, making a note of that. I'm gonna need to get in with the elites. I can get in with my food, my cooking.
Okay. Now, okay. Let's get to Dolly. And Dolly, you were going to talk to these two newcomers we haven't talked to yet, Carolyn and Paul. Which one would you like to talk to first?
I'll talk to Paul first.
All right, seems like an anxious gentleman. Sandy blonde hair. I'd say 45-ish. Well kept. Introduces himself. Paul Ludlow. Nice to meet you.
Hi, I'm Dolly Pardon.
Great. That sounds a lot. Never mind. Yes.
Okay. It's an original family name, so.
I work for the county utilities office.
Oh, I see. Oh.
Yeah.
I don't owe you no money, do I?
What? I don't believe so. Do you owe money?
That's for me to know, for you to find out. Anyway.
That was a quick trip to the lake, Suni.
What are you here for?
Oh, I was here throwing my stone in the quarry.
Oh.
You know?
Oh, Dolly immediately softens.
I kept it all up through college, but once I got married, I couldn't always fly home, to throw it.
Oh.
I mean, it's just superstition, right? But I don't know, maybe it's true. Or maybe it's just the act of doing it that's important.
I think it's the act, honey. I truly do. Listen, I throw my stone. We all throw stones.
Yeah, it keeps, you get it. It like keeps you connected to this place, It helps me remember good things.
What do you throw your stone for, sweetheart?
Oh, I can't tell you. Then it won't come true.
Oh, that's true. Okay. Well, anyway, we got a dead body, and I'm pretty upset about it.
Yeah, we sure do.
Have you ever heard of this doctor or this teacher, Mr. Harrison?
I had him in class. He was a great teacher.
Oh, I see. Okay.
He was a great teacher.
Okay.
He's still at the lake. Okay.
Does he seem like he's lying at all? Does he seem pretty honest?
Oh, Paul? All right, let's roll it.
Okay.
Let's do composure.
Okay. It's a 5 total.
As far as you can tell, he seems pretty straightforward, honest.
Okay.
Doesn't seem to be hiding anything.
I see. You don't think that Mr. Harrison would have anybody who would be after him or would be upset with him, would you?
I haven't been back to Brindlewood High in so long. I don't.
Yeah. Okay. That's fair.
I don't know him.
That's very fair. Okay. Well, she's just gonna sort of give him a little pat on the shoulder, and then look to Carolyn.
She looks at you a little like she's judging you. Right away, she's like, Carolyn Greenleaf. How can I help you?
Dolly, I'm assuming Dolly picks up on this judgmental stare. And in true Southern fashion, she sort of like rears her head back and says, "I'm Dolly Pardon, Miss Greenleaf. Anyway, what was your what were you up here doing? Were you hiking, honey? Were you hiking?"
Yeah, I was up here. I was hiking, checking on the place, seeing what state it was going to be in before tonight's sinnings.
Oh, you're one of them folks. I see. Anyway, as you can see, normally this is a lovely state, but obviously we have a dead body that is kind of disturbing the whole ambiance.
It was probably the children. These children have always been wicked to the core.
You think that children would commit actual homicide?
Well, maybe not
First
homicide.
degree murder?
Maybe not. But you don't know what they're getting up to nowadays. I know all that online stuff. I still catch him up here smoking and sipping and sinning. You know, young Mark Harrison there, he knew it. I'd see him up here shooing kids away every summer. But was he looking after their souls? I don't know. Or was he trying to keep prying eyes off his own sinful behavior?
Honey, I'm a regular down at the church. I don't ever see you up there Sundays. So maybe we should not throw stones. Anyway, do you know if anybody would want to hurt Mr. Harrison there? Seems like you're pretty judgmental yourself, honey.
Who knows the ways of Satan?
Obviously you do if you're up here casting judgment. I think it is in the book of Mark. Judge not lest ye be judged.
All right, let's do a meddling move just because you threw some Bible at her.
Hell yeah, brother.
Brother.
It's a 7 plus what? What am I plussing it with?
Power of Christ.
Yeah. What's let's see.
What about reason?
I like presence. What's your presence?
Presence? +1.
Plus
so it's
one.
an 8.
All right. All right.
You're going to tell Dolly about nothing about the Bible, okay?
Okay, let's see.
Is your Bible bedazzled?
Absolutely.
All right, let me see here. We'll make this fun.
Oh boy. Can I get saucy with this other old lady? She's old, isn't she?
She's a little older, yeah. She's closer to your age for sure. Maybe maybe a titch younger.
Dolly ain't playing. She ain't playing with this fool.
I have too many damn note windows open. For fuck's sake.
Need more note windows.
So it's okay. So you're gonna get a difficulty. 79 is a complication. She looks at you. So I have something I could show you. So the complication is you're gonna have to go with her to a different location.
That's fine. Okay, I can drive. I've got Beepus down at the bottom of the trail.
Oh no, it's down. No, you don't. You won't drive there. It's down the trail towards the at the quarry.
Okay, hold on. And she's gonna send I know the ladies are right there, but she's gonna send a text, and it's badly typed, and it's on her flip phone that says, "Going with this bitch."
With this bitch. All right, so she turns and leads you down one of the many trails that lead down to the pond
to the dungeon.
below.
We got fun
More of the
games.
dice. Hello, welcome. You can hear the birds. It's just outside of the murder scene. It's back to beautiful day, right? As you're heading down the trails, what can you see from the trails that isn't visible from the cliff top or the quarry?
So it's in the trails?
Yeah.
Or from the trails?
From the trails.
From the trails?
Yeah.
There's an old abandoned home. An old abandoned cabin.
Oh.
Somewhere tucked away into the
Abandoned
woods.
cabin. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's real decrepit, and there's a tree that fell in on the roof. And it looks a little spooky. And it's there's a lot of beer cans in the front yard of the cabin, and it looks like a place where teenagers go looking for ghosts. I don't know what voice this is that I'm doing.
Looking for ghost. It's your ghost. It's your ghost talking.
I'm a ghost speaking voice.
Well, that's where she's leading you. And to your surprise, she takes you off the side trail. And so she looks back and she's got this hard look in her eyes. She leads you here. She goes,
Is she a ghost?
You can lead a sinner to sin, but you can't cure him. You hear her mutter.
Dolly's looking around for rye whiskey or rye liquor.
All right. She stops in front of you see the evidence of the beer cans. And she turns and looks at you, and she's like, do you recognize this place?
No, I don't reckon I do.
You sure? It seems like the kind of place that might call to your soul.
Why would you think that, Carolyn?
Here's where the complication comes in. She says, get down on your knees and pray to, oh Lord, for your forgiveness, for your, cleanse your spirit in the face of this sin.
What if I say no?
Well, what are you afraid of if you say no? Well, we're going to do a day move.
I'm afraid of in the spirit of Vivienne. I'm afraid of ghosts. Ooh.
Ghost witches. Oh no.
You see, this very penitent lady seems to be she's testing you. You can tell she wants to know if you can be trusted or if you're just another dirty sinner.
Can I do this, actually? Would there happen to be a snake around by chance?
Yes, I want to know where this goes.
There's
a friendly snake right nearby.
I imagine it's a little rat snake. Rat snakes will let you pick them up.
Okay,
Anyway,
yeah, it just happens to be right there.
Yeah, she's gonna pick up the rat snake, and Dolly's gonna start praying like good old Appalachian mountain praying. She's getting into it, and she's gonna whack this lady on the forehead in the name of Christ. Pow! And she's holding the snake. She said, "This is the devil. This represents the devil, and I'm over here. I'm saved by the Lord, and He's saving me, and He's protecting me from this snake here, this serpent of evil and Satanism." And that's what she does.
What are you afraid's gonna happen if you fail this?
That the snake won't be my friend, and that she's not gonna believe me.
All right, let's roll. Plus whatever you can. What's your best stat?
I think reason's out the window. Probably presence.
Okay. Oh, presence perfect. Presence is perfect.
Okay. Suck my fucking nuts, bitch. It's a 10.
10. She gets worked up. She falls to her knees. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. I knew you. I knew looking in your eyes you were one of me. One of us.
Hallelujah. Don't get that crazy. Hold up. We ain't that similar now. I support the LGBTQIA community up in this church here.
Let me show you. Her face is lightened now, and she's less. It's not hard anymore. Like soft and light, like the afternoon sun. As she looks at you, she says, "Well, look, I was down here earlier doing my my reconnaissance of the area to see reconnaissance of the sin, and I saw this. And at the time, I didn't think much of it, but now seeing what happened up there." And she goes around to the side of the porch, and sitting on the porch is a backpack. And it's like a newer backpack. Someone had left. And she opens it up. It's kind of zipped open. She opens it up. And when she opens it up, it's full of that sumac.
Oh my god. Don't touch it, Carolyn. She's gonna... Sorry. She's gonna sort of like push Carolyn away, and side note, can I put the snake in my pocket and keep him?
Okay,
thanks. He's my new friend. I'm taking him home. I got a tank perfect for him. Anyway, she's gonna very carefully pick up the backpack and like zip it up so she doesn't touch any of the sumac.
Okay.
And she's gonna throw it on her shoulders and take it with her, and she's gonna say, "Carolyn, this is a great discovery. I invite you to the church on Sunday, and maybe we can help with the potluck."
Okay. You guys both walk up, and Sheriff Hopper's there. When he sees you, Dolly, you know you're not supposed to leave the crime scene. But thank you. Have you got everything from the interviewing these two?
Yeah. Well, yes. I left for a reason. The snake's not in her pocket. She's just holding the snake.
Okay.
And she's gonna, with the backpack, she's gonna kind of like wave the ladies over and sort of ignore Hopper.
Okay. So Sheriff Hopper's going to he's like, it's all right. You know what? We're pretty much wrapped up here. We've got everybody's phone numbers, and we'll be we haven't decided to take anybody downtown yet until we kind of figure things out. Don't go anywhere. Don't go too far. But they kind of wrap up the scene there. What we're going to do is wrap up the scene there and have you guys head back into town, maybe to confer at the coffee shop, but also give Ethel a chance if she wants to visit Diomedes Industries leather shop, Dio's leather shop. Leather. Hope you like leather. Let's see. What do you guys want to do? I'll leave it up to you. What would you like to do when you get back to town?
Did Edith ever get her void clue?
Well, it's coming.
Okay,
it's
cool.
coming.
All right, I just want to make sure because I'm doing
which
notes.
was promised. Yes.
Perfect. Cool.
Nervous.
What would you guys like to do? I know Ethel is going to go to the leather shop. Anybody want to go with Ethel?
To the bookstore?
No, the
leather shop.
the leather shop.
The leather
Vivienne,
shop, right.
Vivienne definitely wants to go.
Dolly is going to... Dolly will go with you. If nobody else wants to go. We'll take Beepus.
Viv's going. Mm-hmm. So all three of you, Edith, everybody go in the leather shop?
Yeah.
Okay. You guys, well, you know what? On the way out, you guys are all talking to each other about what had happened, of Mark Harrison's murder. But Ethel kind of tells you like the phone call she had gotten, the message this morning, and so you guys decide, well, let's get out of here. Let's let everything kind of settle. Figure out what your next move is, who you're going to talk to, and figure out who murdered Mark Harrison. Might as well take a little side trip and go to the Diomedes leather shop. Maybe one of you wanted to pick up something anyway. drive.
Maybe there's some conditions while we're at it.
Oh, that's a good point. That's a really good point. Let's Viv, do you want to take a have a cozy moment to clear your fear of witches, or do you want to hold on to your fear of witches?
Yeah, I'll get rid of that. I think the cozy moment though is going to be going to the leather shop, as taxidermy is her cozy thing.
Oh, okay.
So I think she's going to go shopping for accessories for her friends.
Okay. So Viv, how I imagine it, I'm going to describe what happened, what you guys see in the leather shop. But think about having an intimate moment with one of the others, either Dolly or Edith, and you're going to stumble on a clue that's relevant to the active mystery that can't solve the mystery, but is relevant to it. Okay. So think about that while I describe something else that's going on.
Got it.
And then we'll come back to you. All right. So the air is heavy with leather when you first walk in. There's leather clothing, accessories hanging on racks near the door. But as you walk in a little bit further, Ethel, you're taking kind of the lead. You're walking in. I don't know if you've been you've been in Diomedes Leather Industries leather shop before, but what has changed since the last time you've been here, Ethel?
So the last time I came in here was when this was a very new place. Like, it was a while ago, so I haven't been in here since, but like everything seems like it's filled. Like maybe I was there opening day or something, and so there wasn't a whole lot of anything going on, but now it's like it looks like an actual leather shop in here now.
Nice. So it was like more open space and wood smelling because you didn't have as much leather, but now it's just chock full. Okay, so that's what you do. The first thing is just how thick the leather smell is in the air. It's like boom, it hits you. But as you get further in, because you know the counter, at least the last time you were here, was in the center of the store. As you get further in, you smell cupcakes. And there's this lady, not too much older than you, at the counter, and she's got a tray of cupcakes. Now you've got the gentleman behind the counter. He's about 6'5", gleaming bald head, a little goofy in a charming way, and he's graciously accepting the cupcakes from the lady. Yes, thank you, Miss Lang. Thank you. Yes, indeed. I will enjoy these. I will. And then this lady turns, and she's smiling when she turns, but she sees you, Edith. She goes, snobby. And like she's like, oh, it's like she recognizes you, and she gets snobby and turns her nose away, and then quickly passes you to go out the door. You look back, and then you look at when you look back at Diomedes, who's the gentleman behind the counter. He's looking right at you, smiles, and how may I help you? Oh my, you're Ethel Berkelee, aren't you? Your reputation precedes you. And then some kind of epiphany happens in his eyes, like, and he goes, you know what? I have something for you. But you know what? I like a good mystery as the next fella. You shouldn't be using my shop as a P.O. box, though. And he's got this envelope. Go ahead.
I'm so sorry about that. I will keep that. I'll make sure I don't do that in the future. I'm just as confused. He
comes out with an envelope. He's like, this was shoved under my door this morning. When I opened up the store, it was right here. And it says Ethel on it. For Ethel.
Okay, yeah.
And he hands you the envelope. And it's a regular letter size envelope. Actually, no, it's more like a manila. It's more like this kind of.
Sure. Okay.
He hands that to you. You can feel it's got stuff inside. It's a decent thickness.
Okay. Wow.
It's
like bud.
It's a decent thickness.
Decent thickness. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much for holding on to this for me.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious what's in it. You gonna check it out, or?
Yeah. What? You know what? Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna open it right now. Yep. That's what we're doing.
All right. So you open it up. The first thing you see is a bunch of newspaper clippings. You start pulling them out, and they're for the clippings of men who've disappeared. One from like last year. Not murdered. These are people disappearing. This gentleman's disappeared. It's missing. This gentleman's missing. And then there's the clipping in the Brindlewood Bay. Well, what's the Brindlewood Bay newspaper? Let's call it something. No. Let's just call it something. Let's name it now.
The Brindlewood Gazette.
The Brindlewood Gazette. You find the posting from the year that Axel went missing. You see the one from Axel missing. And then right after that, the one for Vivienne's husband. The newspaper clipping of them having disappeared. And then, at this point you realize you've been holding your breath.
Yeah.
And you're about to breathe again when you take away the last newspaper clipping to reveal a Polaroid. And it's a Polaroid of Axel and it looks like it was taken from the street into the window of his electrician shop. And there's a heart drawn around it and in blood. Wait. No. It's just nail polish. Everything starts getting dark as you realize that you have not been breathing this whole time.
Yeah.
You gasp back and
Yeah.
Diomedes looks concerned. Are you all right, Ethel? Is it truly a mystery?
She's like trying to get any words out. She can't. She's like on the verge of crying because she's, not really dealt with that whole emotional set of feelings around Axel and his disappearance. And she's just gripping she's looking at the clipping of Axel's, and she just says, I gotta go. I gotta go. And leaves, like in a hurry.
Okay.
Before anybody sees any sort of emotion come out of her that she doesn't want to deal with in public, for sure.
Ethel's starts almost practically racing out the door. Yeah. We're gonna pause there really quick and go to Vivienne and whoever we're having a moment with in the leather shop while this is going down.
So while that whole scene was happening, Vivienne leans over to Dolly and is like, "Sawdust, by the way, is your answer."
Oh, I see. And that will help with the Mountain Dew?
No, stuffing the snake that you caught. I assume you're going to stuff it.
No.
You have to put him in the freezer for up to 7 days.
He's still alive.
Yeah, of course. So you put him in the freezer for up to 7 days, so he doesn't bug you.
I'm keeping him as a pet, Vivienne.
And then
Sawdust goes in his tank, so he has something that he can burrow into. I was thinking about the Mountain Dew.
Well, no, that's just, you can't feed a snake Mountain Dew.
No, the Mountain Dew's for me, honey.
The Mountain Dew? You shouldn't. Okay, so I know you need taxidermy, but you shouldn't drink before working with
taxidermy, and his name will be.
Oh, you're gonna get attached to him, darling.
His name is Lemon Square.
Oh, you're already attached. Okay, so
yeah, he's my pet. I'm taking him home, and I'm gonna take care of him. I'll feed him mice and shit.
Oh, I thought you wanted to, I don't know, do taxidermy stuff with me.
No, I do.
You go painting, and you're always, podcasting and stuff with the others, but you're never taxidermying.
I've got all those possums in the backyard for you to taxidermy with me. I told you about that. You should have came over last week, honey.
Every time I bring a stick over that's big enough to pummel them with, you always have an excuse to leave, and then we can't.
I've been busy with the Mountain Dew.
All right. Well, all I'm saying is that if you want to, maybe not Lemon Square, but if you ever find a snake that you want to stuff, I can help you.
No, honey, we can't kill snakes. That's bad luck in Appalachia.
But you're right.
We can't kill the snakes. We can kill those gophers that are tearing up my backyard too, though.
I can't argue. The gophers are much easier And you don't have to use sawdust to stuff them with. You can just use sand.
Right.
Okay, fine.
Yes.
Well, help me pick out some leather. I need a strap for my other coyote bag. It broke.
Okay, fine.
So I think the discussion of the superstition coming from Dolly, and you're kind of like, I don't know so much, but that kind of assuages your the witch superstitious kind of feeling that you've been having, right? Mm-hmm. You're like feeling like, oh, that's just silly superstition.
Yeah.
But you gonna stumble upon something maybe you thought of or remembered or something that could be a clue.
Ooh.
And that is completely up to you.
I want to. Is it like an existing clue that I have to refer to,
nope,
or is it?
Nope. This is a brand new thing.
Fuck yes.
Hey.
So, because the Mark was a biology teacher, I have a feeling he was. Okay, no. Still, because he was a biology teacher, I have a feeling that in his off time he was a man of the night, so to speak. He liked going to the leather shop for certain equipment.
For certain equipment. How could we find that out? How could you find that out in the leather store?
Oh, they have a...
What do you mean by man of the night?
Lady of the night.
Well, right. So he was a hooker? He was a...
Yeah, no.
He was a prostitute?
No, he was
not get paid that much, okay? He's got to make a living somehow.
Exactly. No, I think that he was he had a side job, a side hustle, and maybe that's why Petra was a little more into him than. Wait, she just graduated, right? Please tell me she's an adult. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
We're good.
Well, she's graduating this year.
Oh, never mind. We're not gonna touch that. Yeah, so he there's a section for clothing. He's just into leather clothes. Like he likes the feeling of leather.
How is that a clue?
Because you know what, Lich? I don't know. Oh,
well, let's no. I don't mean it like let's work it out. We can all work it out together.
Because there was an asphyxiation issue, and he wouldn't have been like this. He would have known better, because I know it was like the sumac that poisoned him, but maybe it was.
Well, what I was thinking is, okay, so maybe the being in the leather shop reminded you that he had you do remember him having a leather belt on with the Diomedes Industry brand on it. So he was wearing it.
Yeah.
But,
I can't think of anything
maybe it was
else
cut.
besides, yeah.
Was it cut? It was like, for some reason, the belt was cut.
Like, was there like a struggle?
Right.
Like maybe somebody was trying to strangle him and they couldn't like get to it, so they just shoved.
Oh, better yet, it not cut it. It was his belt was undone.
Yeah.
And it
wasn't like on him, like they had tried to use it to strangle him.
Oh, you mean it was
like
off
it was,
him?
Like, next to his body.
Well, that would have been too obvious, because I was trying to think of something like that you're remembering that wasn't as obvious when you guys were looking at the body. That was like something that triggered, you know what I mean? And like maybe if it was undone. Which
which
might not have been so obvious. Like if it was off, then we would have definitely seen it before. Well, we could retcon. Yeah. We could retcon. But I don't want to. Yeah, we could retcon. And we're just like remembering the Dio thing. The Dio thing kind of makes us remember that there was a belt there next to him.
Yeah. What if he was, because you know how the one guy was wearing clothes that was like, why are you here if you're wearing these clothes? The guy that was throwing the rock.
Oh yeah.
What if you had really nice leather shoes? Like, why would you be here if you're wearing really nice shoes?
Oh.
I just can't think of like a leather related clue, and that's the only thing I can think of.
leather's not something you want to wear on a trail.
I guess.
Are there leather
I mean,
boots?
I guess you could. Yeah. Well, besides that, maybe he's wearing like nice like teacher shoes, like Oxford loafers.
Yeah, Killer Cutie. A biology teacher was found with their mouth stuffed with poison sumac, causing a killer allergic reaction. And we're trying to find out who murdered him. But leather.
Was the backpack leather with the sumac in it? The backpack full of sumac? Was it a leather, like a Diomedes leather backpack?
Could be, but I do like where Edith was going. So maybe you realize he wasn't wearing a belt and he should have had, because it had his pants had the marks. So there is a missing leather belt somewhere.
Okay.
Like Vivienne remembered. Wait a minute, his pants were really loose, maybe, right? And it had the marks of having a belt, but the belt wasn't in there. So where's the belt? So that's a clue. We got a missing leather belt.
Cool.
Okay. You guys see Ethel kind of like move by quickly to go out the door. Are we following?
Yeah.
Yes.
Viv and Edith, as you, Ethel goes out first, Dolly right behind Edith, and Viv, you guys come out and you run almost smack dab into Bev, Viv's sister, and another woman. And Bev goes, Viv, and she looks as she always usually does, which is like happy, but also kind of like anxious about running into you.
Yes, darling. Hello.
And then she was like, goes to introduce you. This is Bev, and then the woman next to her puts out her hand and stops her. This woman's got a brightly colored turtleneck, tasteful jewelry, a little bit older, maybe just a tad bit younger than you, salt and pepper hair done up in a retro but stylish bouffant. She's definitely well put together. You are one of the murder mavens, aren't you, Vivienne?
Yes, I am Deputy Vivienne, as a matter of fact. As is, I don't know if you know our Deputy Edith, the lawyer extraordinaire.
Oh, yes. She stares right at you, Edith. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. I've been following your murder maven mysteries. Let's see. Albert Cross, Paul Riviera, Charles Rogers, and now Mark Harrison? I dare say it's open season on men in Brindlewood Bay, isn't it?
Word spreads fast, apparently.
Yes. How do you know about Mr. Harrison?
Brindlewood Bay is a pretty small town. We know everything that's going on here. I'm Eudora Coffin. It's a pleasure. My friends call me Dory.
Eudora, then.
Yeah. Is she rich? Like, do I know?
She smells very, yeah, exactly.
She smells rich.
But yeah. Yeah, and she's hanging out with Bev, and Bev seems particularly nervous, which is how Bev gets when she's introducing Viv to her really rich friends. You've got this feeling that Bev definitely wants to impress this woman. I chair the Brindlewood Bay Lunch Club. Yeah, we raise money for the preservation of Brindlewood Bay's historical sites. Did you get a chance to come out to last month's ice cream social?
No, I look at Bev, I must have forgotten the invite. I must have missed that in the mail.
The a la mode pie eating contest was a great success. We raised a handsome little sum for the Hale Pier restoration. Next month, it's the all claws on deck kitty adoption. Of course, you don't have to actually adopt a cat. Cash donations are fine.
That's very quaint. Are you going to the bonfire later?
No. I might go over to the Habsburgs, but
that's what I meant. The event, the shindig happening at the Habsburgs.
Edith, she keeps coming back and laying her eyes on you, Edith, and just staying there for just long enough that is without saying anything, and for a split second, you are looking at her eyes, and the rest of her face kind of blends in smooth, like that Grecian mask smooth thing that you had seen on the set of the Brindlewood Break Off, and then it's gone. And it happened so fast that you were like, your heart rate gets up, but you're not sure if you were just imagining it was like a trick of the sunlight and the stuff going on in the street. But suddenly you're very uncomfortable, and Dory winks at you. Says, "Well, we do have to, Bev. Yeah, we have to go. We're on our way to. Yeah, we're leaving." And Dory and Adora and Bev go on their way.
I'm gonna look at Viv. That woman gave me the heebie-jeebies.
Was it her bouffant? Because I thought so too.
Do you remember when I told you all about that mask that I
Yes,
saw?
at the Bake Off.
Yes, her. Just for a split second, her face like morphed. It was very jarring.
Like the time with the window and the...
Yes, exactly like that.
Oh, that's unusual.
You know that you were like your whole thing about witches? Do
Yes, I'm over that now, though.
you think her last name's Coffin?
Maybe she's a vampire.
Oh.
We should look into that.
Do you
Another
think-
time, though, because we don't... It seems that Ethel might be
Oh yes.
also afraid of vampires. That way
All right. You guys realize that you're looking around. You see Dolly and Ethel in Beepus waiting for you guys. And we'll take our break now, and we will get back. We'll see if we can't solve who killed Mark Harrison.
Oh, no.
Who knew? We'll be right back with more Murber She Streamed. How long have we been in the belly of this shark?
22 minutes.
Oh.
It's going to poop soon.
What?
If you'd like to make a call, please hang up and try again.
Persuasion and too weary. Lebiesta lima leofictum. Neoesis gelium inteste. Broidio veririum. Yes, yes, I've summoned Vigilantes cubes, the mystic knives, and the phylacteries. Sugarlit cereal, now with marshmallows. They are truly delicious. You'll never get my marshmallows.
Oh, my Lanta. Whew. Oh, hello. I just fell out of a shark's hoo hole. Oh.
Murber. Imagine that.
doll fist grandma.
Fucking terrible.
I thought you were going to say more modern vagina, and I was wow, that's crazy.
I wish I had a
That
more modern
too.
vagina.
Better. More.
That actually sounds terrible. I'm not.
More.
What attachment does yours come with?
More aerodynamic. Better.
More
Sleeker.
spacious.
Faster.
More spikes.
One of those robotic
Modern.
ones.
Modern
More spikes in
vagina.
it.
I want a $6 million vagina. I lost my boyfriend. And then I met the perfect banana. And I lost them too. And now I'm lost in another dimension.
Sanguine.
It's all over for me. I'm finished.
You need to see Dr. Alabama.
Oh. Okay.
To go.
You must lather the ointment.
Okay.
It must be worked into the skin. It will burn.
Oh.
If you bleed, you did it wrong.
I just want to go home.
Then you must find the mirror of reflection.
Isn't that what mirrors do?
If you bleed, you did it wrong.
Okay.
I'm loving you.
Well, it doesn't make very much difference because sooner or later, will all of us be on the menu? All of us.
Well, okay, I guess this is goodbye. I've got to go
Shane,
now. Find
Shane,
the mirror of
Shane,
reflection.
Shane.
You are magnificent.
The apple in the Garden of Eden was actually actually a mango.
Why'd you say it like...
The fantasy is high, but the prices are...
Whoa, request more.
Goblets to detect poison, 4-pack, $25.99.
Lower.
All right, $15.99.
Yes.
Cloaks of invisibility, disappearing off the shelves at $69.99.
Lower.
We can't go any lower.
Lower.
Fine, 2-pack, $59.99.
Oh, yeah.
Magic tackle weapons, low as $199.99.
Lower.
Fine, $149.99.
Lower.
All right, $129 and I'll throw in a spare.
Fuck yeah.
You roll high while we roll low at Questmore.
The Swamp of Despair. It's fine. Everything's gonna be fine. No, Shay, no! Don't sink into despair, no! You can get out, you can do it, buddy! I just met you and I love you, Shay! And then they were all gone.
Don't care.
And everything is different.
I don't care. Nothing matters, not even care about that.
Do you know where the mirror of reflection is?
Up your butt, coconut.
I'm a pineapple.
And 1,000 miles away from the mirror of reflection, you coconut.
Well, I'm not gonna stop caring.
Don't care.
And hello, everybody. We're back with Murber, She Streamed. Let's see. Let's do a quick review of the clues that we have in the murder of Mark Harrison. All right. Let me check with my list of what I got for you, because I feel like there's more than 5.
Oh, I hope so. That'd be nice.
Yes. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we got a half of a golden locket that was in his hands. He was gripping it. The cooler with the dirt in it. The list of names and numbers carved into a tree. I have one that it isn't a full clue yet, but it was something to do with that girl's phone, Petra's phone.
Mm-hmm. Oh, cool! You're counting that.
Yeah, it's not full blown because it was I don't know. You'd have to get her phone or something. You know what I mean? So there was something up with that, but it's not a full clue. Backpack with the sumac, broken trophy, missing leather belt. That's what I've got. So 1, 2, 3. That's 6 without the phone. 7 with the phone. But you don't have one that necessarily points to anybody. The closest you got is Petra. That's the closest you got to like pointing out one of these people. But unless there's some murderer hiding in the woods at the time when you guys were doing that, the suspects were all the people that were there.
Did we happen to see how long he looked like he had been deceased for? when the body was being looked at?
You're not, you're not forensic scientists, but it did feel like it hadn't been very long.
Okay.
Ooh, good question. When you touched him,
was he warm?
Yeah, he was still a little warm. Yeah, I felt like you couldn't necessarily tell if it was a trick because he was. Well, he actually was laying in the shade, so it wasn't the sun necessarily.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So you guys have gotten back into Beepus, Dolly Pardon's truck, and you're cruising down the road. And maybe, Ethel, do you want to lead the conversation on what you found?
With the clippings that I've got.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna. I feel like somebody's messing with me right now.
Who is it? I'll kill him. I mean, what?
I don't know who it is, but I feel like all of these voicemails that I've been getting are connected, and I can't find the connection. But now it feels like it's a game, and I'm being played with. And then I'm still holding Axel's missing article. And I will just read what the article says so that all these ladies can hear. So I'm gonna just read it, and I'm just gonna stay silent after that. I'm trying to figure it all out, and I'm dealing with the emotions of missing him because deep down I want him to come back, but I don't think he's going to. And now it just feels like was he kidnapped? Like, I don't know. I'm just going through wild theories now.
How do you feel, Viv? Because your husband's clipping was in there as well.
I'm gonna are we driving?
Yeah.
I'm gonna reach through I'm gonna open up the back because I always sit in the front. And I'm gonna reach my hand through. Can I see the one of?
Yeah, and I'll give it to you. Yeah.
Does it?
Howie, right? That was your.
Yeah. Howard. Yes, Howie. Does it seem like legit? Like it looks like correct? Like it looks like.
Yeah, it looks like it was from 1989. Definitely, the paper looks like it's old. It feels legit, like it wasn't a printed off thing.
Okay.
It feels like it was clipped from 1989.
Ethel, if mine seems genuine, then surely yours is too? Why would they only... Do you not believe that there's a chance?
No, I don't. I feel like right now that somebody is messing with me. I don't know how to explain it, but that's how I feel.
What if they're not messing with you, but they're trying to point you in the direction of something?
Yes. Maybe it's like a podcast assistant, somebody that wants to help you.
Possibly.
Probably not the best way, but...
Did these start at the same time as the murders? Or had I been getting voicemails before?
Let's just say, they all started coincidentally enough around the same time you guys, started actually solving murders.
My mind is going into weird places right now, but these started around the same time that the murders started, and so I feel like if somebody knew something beforehand, that they would have helped beforehand if it was somebody helping me, but right now I really feel like there's something sinister at play, and I do not like it, and I'm just gonna be eating a donut now. You know what? I'm just gonna shut up.
Edith is gonna rub Ethel's back.
I'm overwhelmed and I apologize.
I think Dolly would reach over from the steering wheel and sort of just hold her hand. Wait, is she in the back?
Yeah, I'm in the...
She's reaching through the window
out of the window.
To hold your hands, and she'll say, regardless, honey, we'll get down to the bottom of this. This isn't over, hon.
I appreciate it.
So, night has fallen. The night of homecoming. The game's going to be going on. As much as Sheriff Hopper knows he should be cordoning off, like they should be blocking off people from going to the murder site, town politics dictate that would be a bad idea for the sheriff to do. So he begrudgingly allows... What's that?
He's an elected official.
Exactly. So he begrudgingly has to keep the bonfire area open by Bonfire Cliff. So night is fallen, homecoming is going, but there is still a murder that needs to be solved. So what does the Murder Mavens want to do first as night falls?
Dolly's gonna want to trail people.
Oh.
She wants to be a sneaky snoo. And she wants to specifically trail Carolyn.
Carol.
She's very sussy of her. She's a little weird. Is she not? And I feel like Carolyn would probably end up finding trouble pretty easily.
Okay, well, trailing Carolyn involves, do you know where she lives? How'd you mute?
She's gonna go to the church though, because she doesn't know where she lives, so she's gonna kind of go to the church.
All right, so you're going to track down Carolyn.
Yeah.
All right, what do the rest of you want to do?
The only thing I really want to do is get a hold of Petra's phone.
Oh, okay.
Go pickpocket her.
Yeah.
Who wants to help get Petra's phone?
I'll help. I also wanted to do some research on those names that were carved into the tree.
Oh,
Ooh.
right.
Good and a good reason to look at her phone.
Okay. Research the names. Like, how would we do that? Just Google it, right? Just Google their
Google
names.
it, see what pops up, see if it's anyone connected to Brindlewood Bay. Resident, former resident.
All right, they are all names of girls who had graduated in okay, all right, now the numbers make sense. Because it was 0, 019, 021, and a 022.
So this is like the year that they graduated?
Yes.
And Petra just graduated. So this would have been people that she knew, maybe?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so Petra is probably going to be at the homecoming game. If you're going to find Petra, that's probably where she's going to be.
Brilliant.
I think.
Okay.
Okay. And then, Ethel, what do you want to do?
So...
So, I was just going to say, Viv and Edith, are you going to the homecoming? So, Viv and Edith, you going to homecoming game?
Yeah.
Dolly's going to go to Carolyn's house or church or try to track down Carolyn.
Mm-hmm.
So, Ethel, you could go with either of those two, or if you have your own idea what you'd like to do.
Is the homecoming game at the school where he taught? Is that where that's
Yeah.
at?
Yeah.
So I would like to maybe go check out and see if I can see the trophy, or look around his classroom, or I don't know. It seemed like he got in a fight with somebody.
Oh yeah. Can investigate the school. Okay. Yeah. Perfect. So Viv, Edith, and Ethel, you head out to the high school. Dolly, you're I don't want to do a Dolly. So, Dolly, your first thought is to go to, like, there's more than one church in Brindlewood Bay, though.
I would imagine that whatever one is most uptight.
You could probably find Carolyn's address in the phone book, too. Do you want to go to her house?
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll look for her in the phone book, the yellow pages.
All right. Let's so when you drive up, Beepus drive up, and Carolyn doesn't live that far from the from the cliff and the quarry, which kind of makes sense of why she was able to walk up there all the time to do her reconnaissance of sin. And she's got a small little bungalow. It's windows dark, and just like it's really clean all the way around it. It just sits there like a little box house. Big cross above the door, but then the windows are all dark and stuff. You get out, you come up, walk up, and it's quiet. You don't really hear anything. What you want to do?
There's no lights on at all. There's no vehicle in the drive.
No lights that you can see from where you're at right now. If you want to go poke around, looking through windows.
Well, no. Here's I'm gonna go up to the front door, and I'm not gonna go to the front door. I'm not doing that. I'm gonna go around the side of the house, and I want to peek my little head in on one of them side windows.
Okay. All right. Let's do a day. No, this is night move. All right. Name what you're afraid will happen. What you might see. Yeah.
Oh, what I might see.
Might see or what might happen.
But she's doing some weird, like, that she might catch me. She's doing some weird stuff, like weird, ultra conservative stuff.
She might see what you're doing as a sin, you know. Yeah. All right, night move. Roll it with either composure or reason, or yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with composure. It's a 7-8.
Okay. So you go around and you look in the window and you swear you see, you do see a light. It looks like a candlelight. But you hear sticks break nearby from a step.
Oh no.
Someone's coming around the corner of the house.
Oh no, can I hide?
Dolly looks around for a place to hide. Yeah. All right, let's do the night move again.
Okay.
You're afraid you're about to get caught, right?
Oh god. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Here we go. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
It's not good. It's a 3 total.
Coming around you just see a figure, and then you hear a. What are you doing? You hear a husky voice that's not a woman's. Come from around the corner.
Checking out my new friend. What are you doing?
And we're gonna cut to Vivienne, Edith, and Ethel.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so Dolly's being held at gunpoint at Carolyn's house. Ooh. Now, the hustle and bustling homecoming game, just what you'd expect. Lots of cars, lots of people moving in to see the game, a lot of excitement, people filling the stands. Not many people at the school, so it's not too hard for Ethel, but there are enough people in the school for Ethel to be able to get in pretty easily and go walking around. Ethel, you're going to be looking specifically for Mark Harrison's...
Yeah.
Yeah, for his, his biology class. Yeah. It doesn't take you too long to find his classroom, and so you get to snoop around in there.
Yeah.
Let's do a meddling move.
Okay. 9.
What modifiers do you have?
Sensitivity.
Is sensitivity the only one you have?
Okay, so no, just kidding. I have composure and reason.
All right, well, let's add reason to it. So is that a 10?
Yeah.
Okay. Hmm. Okay. You find you're going through a stack of papers, and you saw in this one in one of the Gold Crown mysteries, Amanda had found found a false drawer inside a desk, kind of like the one that Mark had, and you're like, I wonder if it, sure enough, it just pops open. It was just like not so much a secret place as a kind of a hidden kind of thing, and you find a couple envelopes in there, and inside are just real simple love notes, like, hey, can't wait to see you, and then each one has a different name on it. One is Amanda, and another one is a Jane, which you remember were two of the names that were carved into the tree.
Okay.
But that's it. That's all you find. Other than that, it's just grading papers and all that kind of stuff. Nothing else.
Trophy or nothing.
Oh, no, that's gone. Yes, that's gone.
Okay. Interesting. Were these love notes to him from these girls?
No, the envelope says the envelopes have their names on it. Inside is kind of a almost cliche, kind of almost standard like love note, like almost like Valentine's Day ones, but were written in somebody's handwriting. Which, if you look around the desk, you see that was his handwriting.
Okay, so he wrote these for people
Amanda and Jane,
whose names were carved and were students.
Yes.
Oof.
Viv and Edith, it takes you a little while to walk around. Walking around it doesn't take you that long to walk around to find. Brindlewood Bay isn't that big. You don't have too much trouble finding Petra, sitting with some classmates and in the stands.
I'm gonna do one of those like, yoo-hoo! Petra! It's us! Murder Mavens! Vivienne!
Hi.
Hello! And I'm gonna like, excuse me. Oh, darling, I love the hat. Excuse me.
I'm apologizing the entire way to everyone as I'm walking behind Vivienne.
Hello, hi. These are my, they were with me today at the, and then she kind of like has to compose herself when she tells a friend, and was trying to describe that she had met you guys during the murder, or that thing. What can I, are you here to watch the game too?
Of course.
Yes. We love soccer? Football. We love football.
The way they run down the field.
Yes. Reminds me of my school days.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know why I came. I just had to keep my mind off. I didn't want to be at home thinking about it anymore.
The murder.
Yes, that.
Yes, it's a tragedy. Very, very sad. I'm gonna like scoot in between her and whatever friend she was sitting with.
Okay. Okay.
I'll take a seat on the other side.
Yeah. So, as you know, Edith is a lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And a very accomplished and brilliant lawyer. She is here to look at your phone.
Excuse me?
The pictures. We'd like to see the pictures again.
Oh, well, the pictures were on the camera. You want to see my camera? I
On your
didn't.
phone.
Oh, no, I can. Here's
Can
my
you
camera.
transfer them? Can you transfer them to your phone? I need to zoom in, and I'm not quite able to on the camera itself. I've got very old eyes.
There might be another way at this than getting on her phone.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to ask her if she knows the girls' names that you put into the tree?
Do you know the girls' names that are on the tree? It just came to me.
She looked startled. No, yes. Yeah, I do. They went to school here.
Went?
Were you friendly with them, or?
I didn't. One of them's a good friend.
Where is she now? Did she move?
She went to college just this last just now she started college this last month. She finally got away.
Is there anything peculiar about why you took that picture? What the names meant, or?
Yeah, this will be the completion of that clue. So she looks around. She was troubled. She had a relationship that wasn't going. It wasn't a very good relationship for her.
With a boy?
I'm not going to get in trouble for talking to you, am I?
No, of course not. We're not like the other deputies. We're cool deputies. She was dating Mark.
Mr. Harrison.
Yeah, but it's over now, and she finally got out and is going to college, and things are okay. But yeah, I mean, he was a great guy. Maybe not. Maybe he shouldn't have been doing that.
Shouldn't have been doing that, sweetheart. No.
I just, to be honest, I don't know why her name was on the tree. And who those other girls. I know the other girls went to school here, but I don't know who put that on their tree.
You don't know who had been carving them then?
No.
Did you have a infatuation with Mr. Harrison?
Well, we all always thought he was cute, but no, not like that.
Did he have an infatuation with you?
For my, no, I don't believe so. No, he never talked to me about that. No. He did that outside of school.
And of these girls that you knew, the one that had the relationship with him, were there others that you think might have also had a relationship with him at one point or another?
I wouldn't know. I just that would be terrible. Do you think he had relationships with other? Oh, I hope not. Do you think that's why he's killed?
It is a possibility. We want to explore all avenues.
Is your friend out in college? You said she's in school now. Is she not in Brindlewood Bay?
No, she's not in Brindlewood Bay. She's gone to college. I saw her leave a month ago.
What was your friend's name?
Jane, Sam Smith. But I recognize the other name on there, on the tree. I didn't give you all the 3 names, did I? No, I didn't. Betty Greenleaf. And Marjorie. Marjorie. I don't know. Pick a last name. Marjorie Knight.
Was Amanda one of them?
Yeah, I have Amanda too. All right. Okay.
Edith's going to sort of pat Petra, kind of on the hand, trying to like comfort her. Don't worry, dear. We'll get everything figured out, and you can enjoy your last year. And then she's gonna look to Viv and be like,
"Oh, yes. Excuse me. Gonna make her way out.
I want to go back to Dolly. Dolly, what's your first instinct when a person comes around pointing a gun at you?
She's looking for a firearm that she does not have. So I imagine Dolly's got a big handbag with her at all times.
Yeah.
A big, like, grandma bag. So she's like, ready to swing.
Yeah, all right. So
She's not swinging yet, but she's ready for it.
You best get back in that truck of yours and get out of here.
Who the hell are you?
You don't worry about that. Steps forward you can't really see the moonlight. It's a gentleman probably around the same age as Carolyn.
Does he look familiar at all? Do I know his face from town?
No. But you don't really know Carolyn's face in either.
Right.
What are you gonna do? Shoot me?
I have every right.
Do you live here?
Let's all right, so I want to do another night move because you're doing something risky. You're like
I'm really risking it for the
instead of just leaving, yeah.
I want to know who the hell this man is. Can I be honest with you? Which I would really like to. I would like to use. Can I do this gold? Ladies? Can I use the gold crown mystery move?
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I'm cool with it. If everybody else,
you're good with it. Okay. I'm gonna try and over how Amanda eventually overcame the problem or resolved a situation.
Yeah.
Or yeah, like that.
Yeah.
She's gonna name the Gold Crown Mystery, A Dance with the Devil.
A Dance with the Devil. All right,
That's the name of it.
All right, let me get the canon. Dance with the Devil. Dance with the Devil. All right, what'd she do? What did Amanda Delacourt do?
Amanda Delacourt was in the exact same situation, and she was able to sort of like puff her chest out a little and kick this guy in the nuts and then get the gun from him.
Oh my gosh.
That's
what you're gonna do? Holy mackerel.
Feminist as fuck.
Okay, we'll give this will be a night move and you're gonna get 12 plus to it. Is that what you'd like to have that happen?
Yep.
All right, smooth move, Dolly. All right, go ahead. You puff your chest out.
Yep.
Describe exactly how you do this.
So you hear like in the background, and Dolly is not afraid, and she's gonna say, "Well, who the hell are you?" And then she's just gonna kick him right in the groin as hard as she can. And she is wearing rhinestone boots. I'll have you know.
Oof.
Yep.
Okay.
And then if he do I roll or do I?
No, you automatically get 12 plus. So
and then I'm
yeah,
like,
go
take
ahead.
the gun from him.
Boom, and now you got him. He's on the ground. Oh, he's on his knees. Oh, my parts. He looks up at you, kind of scared, a little angry and scared. What do you want?
Who the hell are you?
Name's Jake Greenleaf. It's my property.
Why didn't you just say that?
This is my property. You're looking at my windows.
I was looking for your wife.
What do you want to talk to Carolyn for? She already talked to the police.
Yeah, well, maybe I could be her friend and we could solve this mystery together.
Carolyn ain't got no friends.
Well, maybe she could have a new friend.
She got friends that are like you.
You don't know anything about me, Jake.
No, you're a devil, bitch.
Yeah, well, prove it, because I got a pet snake that I rescued.
Exactly.
Yeah, well, I overcame the devil. And I think you're a rude person. You could have just told me to shoo. I'm just an old lady. And you know what? I'm gonna figure out what the castle laws are here in Brindlewood Bay, and if you didn't violate them, or if you violated them and I didn't violate them, because I didn't really do anything all that wrong. I was just looking for Carolyn. I'm gonna tell Hopper on you.
You hear Caroline from behind you. What's going on here?
I was trying to find you to be your friend, and then your husband pulled a gun on me.
Jake, are you okay? She runs over to Jake. Are you okay? What do you want?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I was trying to trail you because I thought you might lead me to the murderer of Mr. Harrison. But now I feel like things have gotten a little bit out of control here. And now I'm holding your husband at gunpoint, and I don't really want to hold him at gunpoint. But he held me at gunpoint. It was really rude.
Are you gonna? All right. So, are you gonna just leave, or what do you want to do? How do you want to?
I'm gonna back away slowly. I'm gonna put the gun down on the ground, and I'm gonna say, "Maybe I'll see you at that church potluck next week." She
helps as you leave. She's helping Jake back up into the house, looking back, shooting daggers at you as you're leaving. So you're just gonna go, right? You're gonna go?
Yep, I'm gonna get the fuck out of there.
All right. Let's meet back up at the Murder Maven headquarters above the bookstore, Candlelight Bookstore, as you guys kind of get back together to talk about what you have so far.
Howdy, ladies.
Yeah. Actually, I'm not gonna move the theory until you guys tell me you want to theorize. Otherwise,
Are you?
I went to go trail Carolyn.
Oh?
Okay. Her husband, Jake, pulled a firearm on me. And that's not even proper firearm safety.
Did you get shot?
No, I kicked him in the nuts.
Oh,
well.
Wonderful.
That's good.
But then I lost my chances of trailing Carolyn and maybe making a new friend at the church, but... C'est la vie, I guess.
Did you really want to be friends with her, or?
I thought I could maybe make her for the better. Anyway, ladies, what did you find out?
Well, Viv and I found out that Mr. Harrison was what's the correct term, Vivienne?
A scallywag.
Yes. Yes.
He was a sailor?
He's a sailor?
He had the mind of a sailor. Let's put it that way.
He had inappropriate relations with several of the students at the high school. One of which was Petra's friend, and also interesting enough, a young girl named Betty Greenleaf.
Well, I'm going to be honest with you, ladies. I'm less inclined to solve this mystery.
You're less inclined?
I'm less inclined.
Yeah. Kind of good that he died. He sounded like a dirtbag.
Oh, I'm less inclined. Okay, I get it.
Less inclined to help find the murder. Maybe. What if?
Yeah, it sounds like it may have been like a revenge sort of thing. Somebody found out. And
we're in sort of a moral dilemma now, aren't we? This is like that rail car situation that we talked about last week, Vivienne.
That's right. We are in one of those, or a pickle, if you will.
Oh, no. One spicy hell of a pickle.
Yeah, I almost just want them to get away with it.
We could still theorize, but, we don't have to tell Hopper.
That's true.
We could do it to satiate our minds and need to solve mysteries. I'm into this. Ladies, agreed?
Yeah.
What would Amanda Delacour...
I like how you guys, the Murder Mavens, are into Old Testament fucking eye for an eye shit.
Let this one go.
Murder's wrong unless...
Sometimes murder's okay.
So, what do we think? Is it...
Well...
Do we have enough to pin it on somebody, and then if it's justified, maybe take that pin and place it somewhere else?
I'm wondering if Hannah, because she was a teacher there as well, had found out because a student confided in her, and she took it, like, maybe she confronted him, and then the whole thing with the trophy happened, and then she's like, you know what? I'm gonna just kill you instead.
Oh.
Altogether possible. Isn't she dating a former, or married to a former student?
No. Hannah is the teacher.
Madison is her wife, right?
Oh, former student. Yes.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about Thomas.
Yeah.
They're all former students.
Maybe all. What if they all did it? All the girls.
How old is Hannah and how old is Madison?
They graduated. Let's see here. They were a class of 2005.
So they.
Oh, so they're the same age.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what if? But hear me out. What if all the girls were in on it?
Madison, Hannah, Petra, and then the girls on the tree?
Yeah.
And they all just, yeah.
Well, also, what if your new friend also was in on it, Dolly?
Carolyn.
One of her, I assume would be her daughter, Betty Greenleaf. Her name was on the tree.
Oh my God. You're right.
It's
You're absolutely right.
Different type of murder mavens, am I right?
Listen, justice for all.
So, we have to attribute the clues to the murderers. So how... Unless... Does anybody remember what the backpack looked like? Was it a school, did it have like a logo of the school on it, or something they could buy from the school shop?
What, was it from Diabetes Leather Shop?
No, we did the belt from the leather shop.
Yeah, we ended up with the belt, but it was so it had a patch on it of the bosun's mate of the school mascot.
Oh my God.
Oh, and he had a locket with that.
Yep.
In there, and he's out here carving his trophies on this tree. That's fucking psychopath behavior.
He's a weirdo. Very weird. He's a freak. Freak of nature. It's unnatural.
So perhaps it got a little chaotic and the girls were going to... Oh, maybe the girls showed up to try to trap him and he took off his belt, the scamp that he is.
God.
Right, he was getting ready.
Yes.
Yeah. And then other people came and ambushed him, and one held him down, and the other was shoving this stuff in his mouth. And...
I mean, he was a biology teacher, so maybe he was here collecting things, and that's why he had the cooler with the dirt.
Brilliant!
Like the worm.
Yes. Oh, this is brilliant. I think we have actually used every one of the clues.
Have we?
We have.
I think we have.
Fucking grasping at straws.
So,
wild
so
picture
our
problem.
theory is that a group of women killed him.
Yeah.
Yep. For vengeance.
Yeah, I kind of like it.
Yeah, I'm into that.
I might
It's
rewrite
like a
this
John
out.
Tucker
I'm gonna
must
go back
die.
there.
It's like a John
Oh, wait,
Tucker
wait,
must
hold on.
die
What the heck?
situation.
Like,
Well, let's go back
not
here.
necessarily the victims of the girls, but like their mothers and like their
Friends and
Yeah.
whatnot.
their mentors.
This is a whole town conspiracy.
Ooh. I love it. This would make a great Lifetime movie.
It would.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, you've roped all the clues into that.
Yeah.
How many clues was that?
1, 2, 3, 4, 7. 7.
7.
Yeah, because we were able to do the. Wait, were we able? It'd be 6. The phone was the one, but we can't really use the phone because
It was like we sort of tied the phone in, but
Well,
not.
no, the phone
Tied in
became.
with another clue.
Yeah, the phone became her confession.
Okay, so 7.
Yeah. So that's
1,
just
2, 3,
that's a
4, 5,
straight
6.
that's a straight roll because you're gonna
Oh.
minus 7. You get plus 7 minus 7, so it's gonna be a straight. Yeah.
Actually, it'd be 8. I'm sorry. It'd be cooler with the soil or cooler soil, poison sumac in the mouth, backpack full of sumac, the picture with the names and the numbers, the missing leather belt, the half golden locket, the broken trophy, and Petra's confession.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that she went, that Hannah went to him to, like, confront him, and then the altercation with the trophy happened, and that's when it broke.
Yeah.
She was either wielding it, or he was wielding it. Somebody was wielding it, and then things got out of control.
Oh, and she brought it up to try to get you guys off the.
Yeah.
Off the path.
Ooh, one more thing. Can we add the love notes in Mark's desk?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it'd be 9.
9.
Oh, fuck yeah.
We solved the shit out of this murder.
All right, let's roll it.
You rolled really well.
I think.
Greed, you rolled really fucking good today.
Yeah.
Don't say that. That's going to be really bad.
Erethu, what's up? I got your bread and breakfast plaid. I'll tell you about that in a second because there's another bread and breakfast too. Okay. So it's gonna be plus 2.
Only if you want to.
If we got 9 clues, it's gonna be plus 2.
Well, here goes.
What? 2 buckle my shoe.
Oh,
yes!
Yeah!
9 plus 2 is 11.
Nice job.
Okay, so what do we want to do with this information? So you're pretty sure your gut tells you that all the women that were involved in this, that were there, were involved in doing and killing it.
Yeah.
But you're not interested in necessarily taking it to Sheriff Hopper?
Exactly.
No.
What would you like to do with that information?
Can we send them all a greeting card?
Can we invite them for our after murder solving cheesecake
Yes.
Oh yeah.
tradition?
Well, do we want to confront them and be like, "We know you did this"? That could
I feel like I feel like we invite them for cheesecake and we're like, wink.
Do
Good riddance, am I right?
Okay, I like that, where we just kind of like hint that we know, and we're totally cool with that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna have to make some extra cheesecake.
I'll help
Yeah.
you, honey.
All right, so I love it. All right, so the next day you guys send out invitations to all these people to come and you invite them to your Murder Mavens headquarters.
Yeah.
And every single one of them, a few days later, meanwhile, before it actually happens, the case goes as unsolved. It is a cold case in the eyes of the Brindlewood Police Department. they didn't have enough to really figure out who or what. So to this day, it's still unsolved, the murder of Mark Harrison. But you guys have your cheesecake party, and all of them, even Caroline, show up.
Amazing.
Yeah, let's go around the table. What is one thing that you get out of that day, or that brunch? Because you're not bringing it up. You're not because no one's going to admit to this. But what do you get out of it, or what weird thing happened, or tell us something. One little tidbit.
Dolly feels a sense of community with the other women in Brindlewood Bay, and makes a new friend out of Carolyn.
Oh.
And invites her to the church potluck.
Okay. Dolly makes friends with Carolyn. Ethel?
So I want to hear more stories that the elites tell each other from the history stuff from Madison. So I'm going to be talking with Madison and maybe digging into a little more stories that I can't find at the library.
Okay. Edith?
Now, was Petra involved in this?
Well, I'm assuming, did you invite him? Hey, Big Jim?
Yes.
Okay. Then yes.
So I think I would have spent some time with, because she talked about, like, getting out.
Right.
So I think I would have, spent some time with her, sort of helping her out with college applications and giving her advice on, schools and things like that.
Okay. Some bonding with Petra.
Yeah, a little mentory kind of thing.
Okay. All right. And Viv?
I think, are we inviting Ashley Hapsbury to this too?
Definitely.
Cool. So Ashley is going to be so inspired by the strong, independent women that make up the Mavens that she confides that she's divorcing Thomas.
Whoa.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she runs a software company out of the home, and for a while now, she's been actually making more money than him, but hasn't been able to tell him because of it, because he'd be upset. So yeah, I can see her wanting to go.
I'm gonna refer her to to Edith for a matrimonial attorney.
Oh yeah, I'll take him for everything he's worth. Don't worry about it.
So, at the end of the day, your guts tell you that this was indeed the case, and maybe once during maybe there was a toast. Did one of you give a toast to? I don't know.
Well done.
I feel like Viv would have given a toast to feminism.
Yeah.
And maybe you got a wink or something.
Women supporting women.
To Joan of Arc and Jane Fonda and Donna Reed and everyone else.
Yeah.
All right. As you guys have this time, you have your special celebratory cheesecake with all the murderers and the unsolved case of the hiker and the poison sumac. We hit credits, and then there's this end scene. Dolly's driving Beepus home. It's night after the cheesecake. Suddenly, a child's in the road. It has no face. I need you to roll.
Oh God.
Please. Roll plus composure.
It's a 10.
You swerve out of the way just before hitting the kid. And you hit a small tree. Psh! Oh no, Beepus. You're a little out of it.
No.
You're a little out of it, Dolly. You look back, And the kid is still standing in the road. And yes, the kid doesn't look like they have a face at all. No features whatsoever. A larger person comes out of the woods and grabs the child. They are too don't have a face, except you can tell even in your weakened state that what they're wearing is some sort of mask. The kid, not so much. And they turn the kid around and go to back into the woods, and you see their shoes, the larger person's shoes. They look familiar. And that's where we're going to end our episode for tonight.